Good day, students. Welcome to Guimaras State College, College of Business and Management. My name is Michael Victor A. Gonzalez. I'm a licensed real estate broker, and I'm also a licensed agriculturist, major in agribusiness. I will be your instructor for this subject, pricing strategy. This module will help the students to better understand and conceptualize the range of interrelated tasks involved in strategic pricing. We begin the module by describing the importance of pricing in four key elements in marketing. Describing how strategic pricing is vital in any business endeavor to attain profitability and sustainability. It will guide the students to better understand how a superior value proposition and properly creating and communicating it will find its way to deliver a superior value at lower cost that will lead to sustainable growth. It will also educate the students by giving some examples of flawed paradigms pricing method so that they will be able to recognize and understand why they need not to follow them. Identify the flawed paradigms in pricing that leads to unprofitable decision and provide a better strategies to follow. Discuss why making sales more profitably is the key in achieving sustainable growth in revenue over a long haul. Explain what are the principles of strategic pricing is all about and what are the objectives that needs to attain in order to attain or achieve a sustainable profitability. Discuss how a value being perceived in a marketplace, how to create a good value to the customers. Discuss a case study that provides a real application on the strategies on how a good value leads to extraordinary success. Explain why creating price and value communication to get the right message to the right person at the right point in the buying process is the ultimate goal for the marketers. So, when you finish this module, you should be able to identify the potential conflicts that arise within firms, between stockholders and managers, and between stockholders and bondholders, and discuss the techniques the firm can use to mitigate these potential conflicts. So our lesson one, we will going to discuss the introduction to pricing as an element of the marketing mix. Lesson outcomes, it will identify the two parties in a commercial exchange and what is given and received by each party. Explain the voluntary nature of the commercial exchange related to its potential for creating benefits for society. Identify terms other than price that are commonly used to refer to the prices. Explain what a manager is referring to when speaking of prices. Differs from what a manager is referring to when speaking costs. Identify the four categories of marketing activities, usually referred to as the marketing mix. Explain the marketing concept and analyze how the pricing activities be guided by the marketing concept. The commercial exchange. Anytime anything is sold, there must be a price involved. The focus of this lesson is to present concepts, principles, and techniques that provide guidance to help a seller set the best price. Our study of how to sell the best prices will take the marketing approach. So, in marketing strategy, we will analyze the market and also we also analyze the competition. So when we analyze the competition in terms of pricing, we also look how other competitors price their items. And also we will going to define, yes, the marketing mix, determine the market position, marketing budgeting, and also execution plan. And and with that approach, um, we need to understand customers and also identify the potential customers. We will describe the business context for pricing and provide an overview of how the basic principles of marketing can guide effective price setting. Although people often think of marketing as synonymous with advertising or salesmanship, it is actually much broader. Marketing consists of full range of activities involved in facilitating commercial exchange, and having all of these activities be guided by concern for customers' needs. The central idea here is that the commercial exchange, this is where a seller provides a product to a buyer in return for something in exchange, usually an amount of money. The product could be something tangible, which is referred to as a good, or the product could be the result of human or mechanical effort, which is referred as a service. The buyer could be a consumer, an individual who purchases a product for his own use. Or the buyer could be the business customer, an individual or group who purchases the product in order to resell or for other business purposes. One aspect that makes the commercial exchange a very important idea is that it describes an interaction that is voluntary. So it means you are not being forced to do something out of your uh, goodwill. Both the buyer and seller participate in the exchange voluntarily because the exchange will lead them both to be better off. Both the parties to the exchange are better off after the exchange than before. One could say that the exchange makes the world just a little bit a better place. There is a little more happiness after the exchange than before, although there may be only a tiny bit of increasing happiness from anyone in commercial exchange. These little pleasures can quickly mount up. In a society where the distribution of most goods and services is governed by a free market economy, every person engaged in numerous commercial exchange every day. Each little increase is a pleasure that commercial exchange brings in and then multiply. In all of this, it must be recognized that there are degrees of voluntariness and that choices may be so limited. For some buyers that they may not feel much better after an exchange. So, for example, The only choices that you have is the apple and the orange. But what you truly desire is, for example, grapes. So for for that exchange, that is a very limited options that you have. You cannot truly guarantee that when you exchange your money for grapes will truly satisfy your need. Also, it is possible that a product purchased voluntarily could fail to perform as expected, or that a third party may be harmed by an exchange. So we cannot take it for granted. Some products have some factory defects, so product failure. So they will always, yes, we cannot fully guarantee that every exchange will be satisfying. And most of this time during this pandemic, people are buying through online marketing. And I've heard in news that some transactions are being abused by these sellers that are not in good faith. And sometimes that leads to customers' dissatisfaction. These illustrate the need for some governmental regulation. A free market economy cannot be entirely free. So we have the DTI, the Department of Trade and Industry, that governs the regulation in protecting our customers and also helping our industry to provide what is necessary to our society. Nevertheless, in modern free market societies, people experience the pleasures of choice and are energized by the entrepreneurial possibilities. So, according to Christopher the Lothier, entrepreneurs are people with dreams and ambitions, regardless of disposition. Because of that, they're willing to work with ideas, explore possibilities, and find the possible in the impossible. The commercial exchange is at the heart of the free market economic system, which, as we have seen in recent years, has become more and more widely adopted among the various nations of the world. So that's all for now for this video. Thank you for your time, and our next topic we're going to discuss what is price. Have a good day.